All right, we don't have to sit out the whole 4 minutes, family. We gonna get this started. Oh, man, it's so good to be here with you today. And the old movie that will be joining us today, Felix the Cat. Yep. Oh, man. Be sure to join us every Umoja through Kuumba. For those uninitiated, that's Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on gnj.media. Or join our private Facebook group at Giami Journey. Or join us on Telegram at GNJ Tribe. Come on out and join the family as we talk about our culture and we build into the future. The only thing that's missing is you. Come on out. Let's build. 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Shows are pre-recorded. But if you leave a message, I promise we will get back with you. We are out. Oh man, we up, we live, family. There is no better place to be than standing right here in the congregation of the mighty, in the home of the stubborn minority, in the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Giami Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Tim. Of course, you know this is the heart of a simple action all day, every day. Will we strive? Blow up your old paradigms. All right, family, we want to say great week of Kuumba. We want to give all the Kuumba babies a round of applause. Yeah, I'm getting it twice. Now people getting twice. And then on top of that, we are on the Umoja, and I'm in the right uniform. We want to give the Umoja babies a round of applause. Give it up for them. There we go. Man, now, family, moving to talk about and blow up some old paradigms. Thank you, Exposure, for being on point. So the rant today called the Unity of Kuumba. Unity of Kuumba. I'm quite sure I used that before, but anyway, we're gonna go and we're gonna move through and we're gonna build anyway. But before we get started, let's do what we gonna do, anime. It's the proverb of the day. Proverb of the day. One to think about. It is not worth telling a lovely story at the funeral. It is not worth telling a lovely story at the funeral. Get it? Learn it? Don't break it down. Grab your hashtag Ngusaba challenge self-mastery journal. Get describing. All right, and get describing. Now we're gonna move on. And tell me, what does it mean to you? And now we move to folktale time. It's the folktale time. The folktale of the day is called The Jackdaw and the Fox. Listen up closely. Writing prompts. A half-famished jackdaw seated himself on a fig tree, which had produced some fruit entirely out of season, and waited in hope that the figs would ripen. A fox, seeing him sitting so long and learning the reason of his doing so, said to him, "You are indeed, sir, sadly deceiving yourself. You are indulging a hope strong enough to cheat you, but which will never reward you with enjoyment." Get the message. Now it's time, anime. If you would, let's get them together. You need what? Oh, my fault, family. Y'all need that.
I am a Giami man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center.
I pledge to find and connect with my soul. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Giami warriors and to assist all those who are seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Giami. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Ashe. I'm sorry, I got caught up in Phoenix, but yeah. Do that. Hey, pay attention. Come on now. Come back. Anime, could you please get them, because some of them watching Felix too. We about to talk about. We about to talk. I'm sorry. Thank you, Anime. Next thing, you're gonna be whole song. Start off with one and move on. But we're talking about the Unity of Kuumba. Here we go, family. Here we go. Great Umoja in the week of Kuumba. We are on Kuumba, and I am so glad to be here. I'm excited to begin this week because last week was right. Now I need to see how the ideas flow for Kuumba, but they've been flowing because I already done with Umoja. I got the start for Kuji Chagalia, and I'm wow, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm on to something here. I'm on to something here. Those of you who are subscribers, get all these sent to you, or you can go directly to giamijourney.com. Just read them for yourself. Those of you that are supporters also get exclusive podcast. Go on, listen in, because the podcast, or what I'm doing now, because this I put up real quick and take it down, right? So you need to know when these come on. So they come on at 10 and 5, so you get them early. They're not gonna stay up, so you can get it with the Nguza Saba Challenge emag and phone. So let's jump into it. Great Umoja, and today we are once again talking about the Unity of Kuumba, because I'm quite sure I used that title before, because Unity and Kuumba work well together. You know what I'm saying? We'll return to this combination many more times. In fact, the system will return and converse about all of the combinations of the principles over and over again. The whole idea of this principle is expanded beyond just the 7 principles. And once again, we got 49 different combinations of these principles to discuss every 7 weeks. 49 different. You know what I'm saying? So there is going to be something different coming to you every day that I do them. So some challenges I might do it, some challenges I may not. So we're gonna have some times where we're gonna go without a podcast, a broadcast. But I'm always gonna strive to bring you more information, because like I said, I got to fuel up and get this information for you, because we got 49 different combinations. They ain't even counting the M7, the modic principles, and the hermetic principles. We ain't even count those, right? There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into doing this that we haven't even plugged in yet. I got more than enough to get us popping off for a full 7 weeks, right? This helps us move through the 3 levels of learning. We talked about that yesterday. You got to go to the yesterday one to find out about more about the 3 levels of learning. I got them written out for you. Today, we want to talk about how we can use Kuumba to strengthen our Umoja. I will share some of the G&J methods so that you can incorporate them, have an idea for your path. So listen up. We spoke yesterday about the 3 levels of learning on the Mani in the week of Nia. Now, let's stress the importance of building a system in our lives using these 3 levels to move to mastery. In our ancient culture, we relied on people to move towards mastery. But mastery requires us to be able to work through all 7 of our principles and the 49 different combinations so that we have the group power and understanding to support a master. The master requires support, and not in the way that some of y'all probably think I'm talking about right now. A master is someone that becomes, fix that, because this is my chance to edit as well, becomes so good at a skill and is moving in their nia, but they need a community around them to support their efforts. Umoja, for those that are new, means unity and not uniformity. This unity, because it's not uniform, everybody's not the same. This unity allows a group to move from surviving to thriving. You don't go to thriving with everybody doing the exact same thing. Let me say that again. That's more like a cult or something. That's the person at the top gets that. When everybody's acting the same, right? It's about control. You need to allow people to find their mastery, fit into the collective in the way that they fit in. That's unity, right? Long as they ain't violating any borders, long as they ain't violating no rules, and not uniformity. Unity allows a group to move from surviving to thriving because in a collective, Umoja, you have masters who have become so good at what they do that that is what they do. That's it, just that. And they depend on everyone else moving and doing their nia to support. You understand what I'm saying? So when everybody is mastering and everybody is able to do what they do, we all can trade between each other. We all can work together and make sure that everybody has. For example, let's say I make shoes. I have a group of people in my group that need shoes. Everybody needs shoes. And there's a world around us that needs shoes. What? There's a big population out here that needs shoes. And some of them need specialty shoes. And some of them want unique shoes. If the shoe master has to spend time marketing and selling shoes, that is less time that he or she will spend on making shoes, which takes away from the quality or quantity of the shoes that he makes. But if same master surrounded by a collective that understands his mastery and allows him to serve them, they will earn money and buy the shoe from this guy. This guy will be able to focus on shoemaking. And then maybe if someone in the collective has a knack or a purpose in selling, they can pick up the shoes and take them out in the world and sell them. Because if the master has to worry about selling them, you understand what I'm saying? That's not his forte. Everybody need to be able to do their forte. Everybody need to do what they do, right? And in turn, serve the community and serve themselves. Maybe someone else has the nia for marketing. They can market the shoes. Now the master shoe dude can focus on shoes. The salesman can focus on selling, and the marketing lady can focus on that mastery of a purpose. Of a purpose provides a product or service that the wise collective can use. Let me see. The marketing lady can focus on that. Mastery of a purpose provide a product or service that the wise collective can use. Sets up a stream of income that could help support a group, making enough space and time for other masters to rise in the group, creating more resources that the collective can use. At the heart of this are two principles of the day. Of course, other principles are at work, but cut me some slack here. Umoja and Kuumba. These two are the major ones at work here. The ability to create and the ability to come together and work and use their creativity to benefit everybody. What type of practice could an individual as well as a tribe use to help them open their Kuumba as well as spark Umoja? I can share some of the things we use in G&J, the Army Journey Tribe, that you can either plug into or shape to use in whatever way. Should have had it. But I'm running on the clock. Shape to use in whatever way. Consciously say that. In Giami, we began by creating rituals or plugging into rituals that our people needed. I first started, then I invited others to. course, fam, if you are alone, you have to begin by yourself and do it until it becomes intelligence of the art. This is not a fad or a game you're playing with. Remember the law of reciprocity. Every reactions. Then start this. Please understand there's a reaction coming. One of the first rituals that we plugged into was that of libation. At first, I started pouring them for my ancestors. Then I started building a group. I will pour them time word began to spread, and then I would be invited to open up events. Here I began to pour online, and this gave birth to the daily toast. Still going on today. We have made changes, but still is part of my life. Through this helpful ritual, I have been able to educate hundreds about the importance of learning, plug into the answer for help and healing. We even added a health element. I encourage those that listen in to apply the libation. I encourage those that listen to apply libations to their health. Start toast out by drinking a large glass of water every morning together and toasting a health drink, thereby serving two purposes. Call on our ancestors and take care of our health. Out of mind. I know. The last article was our health. Go farther. In the song we added in the 4 pillars of health so that people could learn how to stay healthy, breathing, drinking half their weight in ounces every day, eating a culturally appropriate diet, and moving. So the ritual does not have to be complicated. It has to provide something to you, something that others need. Everyone health. Think about setting up a ritual around that. All right? Like I said, libations. Next. So this is a ritual. So first thing, rituals, creating rituals. That's only one of the rituals that we got. Didn't want to go into more. Next thing is going to be scary, but what is the myth for you and your group? The myth is important because everyone has one about themselves and their group. They may not realize it. This myth sits at the back of their mind, acting as self-fulfilling prophecy they live their life under. They usually begin hearing these myths when they are young. They are repeated to them over and over again. They become an adult. Many, because they don't know it, move out into the world, move out into the world, living out. So, individual has a myth about a vengeful deity, how suffering is good for the soul, how being poor means that you're closer to your creator. You have to either plug into a better myth or create one that fits where you are going. I use the term myth because I don't want people to get caught up in their religious bag. But they can be some of the purveyors of many of the destructive myths. They are misunderstood, in some cases misused. The goal here is to either create a new myth that you can plug into that works for your benefit, begin to redefine some of the myths that surround your life, or both. Giame, we created the mythic founder of our organization. Make sure that everyone that comes into the circle knows this myth, know that it is a myth. This is not something that you place above you, something that you use as a mental map to help you in a dark time. Like you, G, our mythic hero, is immortal and was betrayed, which we all experience in life. Was betrayed, receives a call, which all of us do, pursues a purpose or a nia, becomes something greater than he ever thought he could be. Now, this myth does conflict. This myth does not conflict with any religion, nor does it try to supplant anyone's religious tradition. It simply gives those that are part of our tribe a mental tool they can reflect on and use to move them in hard times. And I suggest you develop a myth, or you learn how to start defining some of the myths in better ways, more productive ways, rather than being trapped in the cycle of poverty, being trapped in like we're suffering. A lot of the stuff, if we're going through them, we need to get the lessons so we don't have to go through them some more. But some of us believe that the only way we know that we are living on, the only way that we are righteous is if we suffer. What in the world? All right, but I'll stop. The next idea goes hand in hand with myth. This is a philosophy. How does your system set yourself, other people up to succeed and help them build skill for life? How does your system help you learn to think? And what ideas are you introducing yourself to? What life experiences do you have that you can share? What lessons that you have come across in books or through other media that you can use to help yourself and others live the best life? Best life. Best life. Oh, that's something for your life, right? Piling needs first for yourself, then sharing with others. Geometry we used in Google Saba, the principles, the hermetic principles, which all have 7 that we combine and apply to the days of the week. With these, we can promote discussions and in some cases arguments that build the knowledge of each tribe member. Then when you add in the folktales, proverbs, training on symbolic literacy, we end up with a lifetime of information, and regardless of which part I decide to master, I am moving in a balance, my way of knowing life. Now we talk about balance. I was looking for balance. We incorporate these babies from Kuumba into everyday life and develop. We incorporate these kids. God almighty. You know what I think it is? I think this damn computer be correcting my shit. Excuse my language. Well, y'all know I could. We incorporate these ideas from our Kuumba into our everyday life and develop systems that can aid all of us, including myself, in living what our ancestors would call living the best life. Before we can move there, we have to first begin to focus on practicing all of but then bring unity to ourselves. I will see y'all tomorrow. So I hope y'all got something out there. The write-up is coming. I'm about to post it up. So family, listen, well, it's going to be posted up by the time you see this. But family, I will see you tomorrow, 10 a.m., 5 p.m. Man, we are out. Oh, man. Be sure to join us every Umoja through Kuumba. For those uninitiated, that's Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on GNJ.media. Or join our private Facebook group at Geometry Journey. Or join us on Telegram at GNJ Tribe. Come on out and join the family as we talk about our culture and we build into the future. The only thing that's missing is you. Come on out. Let's build. 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Shows are pre-recorded. But if you leave a message, I promise we will get back with you. We are out.